Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to the Elite Karting Series. We're here for round 7 of the championship on a day where Andrew McWilliam can win the lightweight category. He needs 63 points over the course of our 3 races in order to get himself the championship trophy at the end of this round. We're going to head down to the grid because we have got race 1 coming up. 18 turns and 1.3 kilometres make up one of the largest purpose-built kart tracks in the country here at Milton Keynes. We're using the international layout this evening, and it was built in August 1989, also making it one of our oldest on the calendar as well. Take a look at the grid. We can see that Andrew McWilliam is on pole position with Balasaitis just 2/10 behind, making up row 1. Jamie Tiley-Gooden and Alex Brazier are row 2. Both of those more than a second back from Andrew, who was on pole. Philip Babalao and Jacob Ekuel make up row 3. Nick Fallon is on row 4. He's on series debut. Adam Thompson makes a return to the series on row 4 alongside Nick. He's 4.7 seconds back though from Andrew McWilliam. Jack Whitehouse and Chris Bowers are on row 5. Tyler Thom is on row 6 alongside Terry Battersby, who qualified a little bit of a ways back. Dane Christensen didn't set a lap in qualifying. Salvador Newman did set a lap, but he was disqualified for weighing in 2 kilos underweight on the scales. Ready to get going then, Andrew McWilliam knows what he needs to do in order to get himself a championship trophy at the end of today. And it's Don Balasaitis who is alongside him as we go down into turn 1. 10 minutes with the rain very imminent here at Milton Keynes, going to make for a very interesting 10-minute race here in race 1 of the EKS round 7. 2 rounds of this championship to go, and we're ready to take the green flag here at Milton Keynes, and there it is, and it's a good start for Andrew McWilliam, who goes over to block off the line of Don Balasaitis into turn 1, a little bit damp at this point in the day. Put the brakes on down into turn 2, very damp down here. Everyone very gingerly through here. Philip Babalao trying to make up a spot if he can. Nick Fallon's going to help himself around the outside, try and get himself into whatever spot he can. Looks for the switchback, able to get it. Philip Babalao all over the shop, struggling in these very damp conditions, and Nick here onto the outside as we go into turn 5. He's overtaken at this point as well, so Nick loses a spot. Luke, very productive start.
Yeah, it was a really good start from him there, very clean racing as Philip Babalao now is at the inside of Nick Fallon. I think Philip's got past. In fact, Philip, I think he's done 2 karts into 1 corner there. I think Philip Babalao, he's up into P4 now. He's just got past Alex Brazier there, around the outside, going into what's turn number 7 now. Jacob Ekuel, he's on the left-hand side, going past Nick Fallon as they head down towards turn number 9. Nick on the outside line with a little bit more grip in the wet. Jacob Ekuel on the inside. I think Jacob has managed to get the move done there. So Jacob Ekuel, I believe, up into, I think that is 6th place.
Here's Philip Babalao then, looking to get himself into 3rd position ahead of Jamie Tiley-Gooden, all over the curb into turn 9. Now on the brakes, trying to defend into turn 10. Alex Brazier's got a good view of this. The problem is it's so damp. It's not full wet conditions just yet, but it's very damp and very difficult for these drivers. And obviously Philip is experiencing that right now. Alex here, we're going to try and have a look at Jamie as well. Jamie currently doing very well around this racetrack in the Super Champs that they have around here, leading that championship. Philip though has overtaken him and now is having a look at another man who's doing very well in these championships in Don Balasaitis. We look at Chris Bowers. He's trying to make up and make a little bit of progress forward, but it's just so difficult out there.
Yeah, Chris currently in 10th. That's Salvador Newman at the inside. So Salvador, he started last on the grid because he'd been disqualified in qualifying for being underweight, but Salvador is now making his way back through the field up into P10 ahead of Chris Bowers. Chris not too familiar with this track, especially in a D-Max car. Never driven around here before in a D-Max, in fact. He usually races at Sandown. As we now cut back to Nick Fallon. So Nick is a staff member actually at Sandown Park, and he also dabbles in both pro karts and in Club 100. So he is used to driving karts off the speed. This is his first competitive race though around Milton Keynes, so he's doing a good job here. Up in 7th, he is anonymous on that timing tower in P7. As we now watch the drivers feed their way through turn number 9 past the static camera. But Don Balasaitis currently in P2 ahead of Philip. Those two both regulars at Milton Keynes, as is Jamie Tiley-Gooden. So all 3 of them racing D-Max Super Jumps. As we now got Alex Brazier right behind Jamie Tiley-Gooden. Not quite close enough to go for a move at the moment though. Philip Babalao, you see up in the top right corner, he's right behind Don Balasaitis. We've got 3 regulars here at MK all together battling out for second place at the moment. Who is going to come out on top?
Well, you can see as Philip puts the power down, Dom is away and gone at the moment. So we look at Alex Brazier, perhaps he's got the better chance trying to get ahead of Jamie Tiley-Gooden. Takes the wet line as you go through turn 1, then on the brakes into turn 2. The problem is you can't really get any reliable braking performance into that part of the racetrack, so Alex is going to have to wait for another opportunity. Philip goes down the inside. He's got a chance here against Don Balasaitis as Alex gets the switchback himself as we go up into turn 5, getting a little bit more gloomy as well as the floodlights start to come on. Philip Babalao gets himself not quite past Don Balasaitis. Dom holds on for the time being, but it looks like Jamie Tiley-Gooden has been passed by Alex Brazier. Here's Nick Fallon. He's trying to make some progress ahead. He's just been passed, though, by the looks of things, by Jacob. He hasn't been passed by Jacob. He's trying to get past Jacob at this point in the race. We switch back to Philip Babalao. He's got a phase full of Don Balasaitis. Andrew McWilliam, at the moment, has gone 4.1 seconds to the good. He's absolutely blowing the field away with his lap times at the moment. Luke, if I'm correct, he's lapping at the moment about 2 seconds faster than everyone else.
He is indeed. He's just come across the line in the previous lap and set a new fastest lap of the race of 1 minute 29.3. The next fastest lap set by anyone else is a 1 minute 30.9. He is so fast. He's checking out at the front here as Philip Babalao is looking up the inside there. Don Balasaitis on corner exit. Not quite able to make it stick though. It's Adam Thompson now. He's up the inside. I think it's Jack Whitehouse on his outside. It is indeed Jack Whitehouse. I think he's managed to use the extra grip on the outside there to get past. So Jack now up in it too. I think that is P8 ahead of Adam Thompson, who's also got, I think that's Salvador Newman up his inside. It is indeed. So Salvador Newman up the inside of Adam Thompson. Adam is currently our leading heavyweight driver, but he's going a little bit backwards there. There's a couple of lightweights make their way past and get up into the top 9.
Here's Nick Fallon. Jamie Tiley-Gooden just ahead of him. Jamie goes down the inside of Jacob and has a spin as well. So that's Jamie Tiley-Gooden. He won't be out of the race, but he's got to wait a moment before he's able to get back going. That might allow Salvador Newman to get through. Salvador, I don't think, quite had the speed to try and challenge Jamie. He goes down the inside here into turn 5, but not able to find a way through. Here's Adam Thompson. What can he do? Trying to get himself ahead of Jacob, but again, no doing for him on that occasion. Alex Brazier has caught up to Philip Babalao. Philip himself now trying to catch up to Don Balasaitis, but again, not able to really put the pressure on Dom. These two, as we've mentioned before in this broadcast, have been racing here together and been rivals here a little bit in the various Milton Keynes championships that are ran. You see the field stream through past the static camera. It's Jamie Tiley-Gooden who now has to drive in the mirrors ever so slightly. I think Jack Whitehouse is one of the drivers looking to attack him. Here goes Philip to the outside line. He's still a little bit crossed up out of turn 9. Those curbs proving to be just a little bit aggressive.
I think that spin there at the start of the lap by Jamie Tiley-Gooden, I think that was caused by him going for the move on Jacob Eckwood in front. As Philip Babalao meanwhile goes for the move on Don Balasaitis, not quite able to make it stick. Like I say, Jamie went for the move on Jacob Eckwood, got onto the slippery stuff on the inside and he looped it round. So he's now, I think, down to P7 as Philip Babalao again. He's looking all over the back of Don Balasaitis here. Philip, he's got pace, he's setting similar lap times to Dom and he's looking to get past wherever possible as he now goes for the inside line. Is he going to spin it like Jamie Tiley-Gooden? Not quite, as he nearly hits Dom on exit, and Alex Brazier, he's managed to get a good exit there. So Alex Brazier took the outside line going through turn number 4 and he's now side by side with Philip Babalao. They are still side by side as they exit turn 5. Alex Brazier got a better exit as he took the outside line, still side by side as they head through turn number 6. This is fantastic stuff between these two. Who is going to come out on top? I think it is just about going to be Alex Brazier. So that was a brilliant battle as Philip looks for the cover. They're not quite able to make it stick. That was brilliant stuff between the two of them there. I think they were side by side for a good 3 or 4 corners there. That was great. So Alex is now up in 2P3. Alex has not actually been here for quite a few years. He's raced here a couple of times before in D-Max karts, back in old D-Max champs back in 2017, the old National Championships. So Alex is doing a really good job here as Philip Babalao looking back up his inside. These two still battling out for P3. As I think Philip Babalao now, I think he's actually managed to make his way back through. So Babalao up into P3, but he spun it. As soon as he's through into 3rd, he has spun it round. And Philip Babalao now, he's facing the wrong way. And well, Philip Babalao now down to P5. As he looks straight back up the inside of Jacob Eckwood here, his action going on left, right and centre. Babalao, he's overtaking people and getting overtaken like no tomorrow as he gets re-overtaken now by Jacob Eckwood. Now looking up Jacob's inside now, going through turn 1. Is Philip going to get it back again? I think he is indeed. So brilliant stuff here between Philip Babalao and Jacob Eckwood, showing immense respect to one another, leaving each other space and having a great little battle there.
Yeah, I think Philip got grass onto his tyres there as he went through turn 9. Way too aggressive onto the curb as the floodlights spring into gear to give a new lease of life to the track. Nick Fallon here trying to get himself up a position. Will go down the inside of Jacob and get through as well. A tidy little move from Nick Fallon, who can now chase after Philip Babalal. We haven't spoken about much in this race, but is absolutely dominating in his quest for a championship trophy at the end of the day, as Andrew McWilliam 8.9 seconds to the good at the moment, and just in an absolute rhythm with his kart as we run at the moment. Don Balasaitis isn't actually doing too badly himself, but just a little bit of ways behind Andrew McWilliam. He hasn't really been pressured by Alex Brazier, Don, at this stage in the race, or actually at all throughout this race. He's managed to pull a nice little gap of about 2 seconds or so. Here's Nick under pressure, has to go a little bit defensive into turn 9, aware that there's a driver right behind him, ready to make a move if he's able to, but Nick looks to have held on for the time being, again taking that outside line into turn 10, and he's got someone along his outside, but I think Nick's able to hold on. Here's Adam Thompson, goes to the inside, and I think he's going to try and find a way through as well on Salvador Newman, but not really able to get the extra grip that he needs to get the exit and go through. You can see on his visor it is raining ever so slightly, and I think we're due, as we head into what should be the final lap of the race, we're due pretty much deluge, Luke.
Yeah, it's just starting to rain now. You can see the raindrops appearing on the visor as Salvador Newman goes in deep there into turn number 2. Can Adam get the cutback on him here? He's got the overlap going into turn 4. He's got the outside line, where he's theoretically going to be more grip. Tries to get the undercut though. Coming out of turn 4, I think he's managed to do it, you know. Adam Thompson gets his foot down, out turn number 4, and through he goes. So Adam now back up in it to P9. Regularly here at Milton Keynes in the Soda karts, not used to the D-Max karts, so he's doing a really good job here, running as top heavyweight. So Adam Thompson now up into P9. Just quick note with those lap times, Andrew McWilliam's last 2 lap times were a 1 minute 28.7. So fantastic consistency here as Jacob Eccles looking to the outside of Nick Fallon. Can he get the move done here as he's got the outside line? And Nick's just hit the tyre wall there actually on the inside of turn 9. Jacob, he's got the cutback here, and Jacob Eccles now, he's up into P6. So yeah, Andrew McWilliam putting some fantastic lap times here.
And here he comes to take victory. It's one step on the road to that championship trophy for Andrew McWilliam. 25 points in the first race of the day. Nick Fallon trying to attack Jacob here once again. Jacob did well to make that move into turn 8. We'll see if Nick is able to get back down the inside into turn 11. Goes down the inside and looks like Nick Fallon is going to find a way through. He's not, because Jacob gets the line crossed over, and he's able to get ahead of Nick Fallon only just about. Here's Adam Thompson. He's going to finish in a very, very good position actually. Adam doing himself proud in the first race of the day. Chris Burris crosses the line as well. A productive day for him. Andrew McWilliam takes a victory then here at Milton Keynes in race 1. 128.1, his final lap of the race. Over a second faster than anyone else all day. Don Balasaitis is in second, losing to Andrew by 12.5 seconds, but still finishing very strongly ahead of Alex Brazier in third by about a second and a half. Alex had his hands full all day, but finished ahead of Philip Babalal in fourth. Philip having that spin down at turn 9, a little bit of a ways into the race. Jacob finishes just behind him in fifth. Nick Fallon in sixth had a very, very entertaining race, his series debut, starting very strongly. Jamie Tiley-Gooden is just behind him, one of our Milton Keynes regulars in 7th position. Jack Whitehouse is in 8th. Adam Thompson took victory in the heavyweights. He finished 9th overall, with Salvador Newman making up the rest of the top 10 after starting alongside the heavyweights down in 14th. Behind Salvador is Chris Bowers in 11th, Tyler Thom. Next, Dane Christensen and Terry Battersby make up the rest of the results. So, joined with Jacob Eccles. Jacob, that looked like a really fun race. Lots of battling going on.
Yeah, well, it's my first time here in the wet, so I'm still learning. Yeah, it was lots of battling and quite chaotic.
And I imagine going into the next race, it's absolutely hammering it down.
Yeah.
More about survival, or are you hopeful you might have the pace to go take a win?
I think if I stay where I am, I'll probably get a few positions. Yeah, just going to try keep on the track mainly. And if I can go forwards, then I'll go forwards, of course.
Well, it's absolutely hammering it down
Yeah.
now, so I'll let you get out of the rain. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're joined by Philip Babalal. Philip, I know it's raining. I'm very sorry. He kept his helmet on so that his hair doesn't get wet. It was a very entertaining race. Looked like you had a really fun run out there.
Yeah, no, the track just started drying up, but then the rain came down after. Ended up spinning around there on that turn, but good thing I made it back. I was trying to get past Dom for most of the race, but he was pulling away in the straights a little, but I think I'll be able to get him in the next heat.
So obviously we've got 2 more races to come after the promising pace in race 1. I know it's raining now, so it's going to get a little bit worse. Got to be hoping probably for a round podium, I imagine.
Yeah, going for first place today, so I know the track. Should be able to drive it pretty well in the wet. Hopefully everything goes good from the mid. And yeah.
Thank you very much, Philip. I know they're waiting for you down at pit lane, so I'll let you go. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you.